good, everybody? Last wise, yeah, March 29th. There we go. Okay, so gas wise, damn near double. So what am I?
What are you waiting for? Don't tell me I'm getting
Pay attention to your bags. April.
Looks like the water is surrounding all the
Well, this is way back in January. What's gonna happen to him? Was it? Oh, shit.
Because there's a question.
What? Bitcoin doubles.
And you take shortcuts. No, I'm not here to kiss my flail boss's ass like you.
Asking for too much. And then again, too, whatever helps me keep the game. Hold on, let me see something.
Let's do
I
this.
want to make sure because of only reason. Apparently you can. I got most of the games downloaded on SD card. So when I get a different SD card, if I can't play these games that I've got saved, I'm gonna be highly upset. One, I think before I get the Switch 2, because right now I'm streaming games that I legally haven't.
Off we go!
But I just want to put as much content out there as I can. So, and the Switch 2 is still fairly new. So.
Let's be off!
Could you stay in there and laugh about?
That shit's funny. You said you can do whatever you like. Said laugh.
I should set aside some food for Hugel.
Do whatever you like.
Speed it up!
Glad I made my shit look easier. Man, everything else was kind of like.
Go, go, go!
Faster, faster!
Kinda looks like the area we saw on that map.
Yikes. Think we just crashed. Fire! Anyone up for a spar? I think my sword arm's getting rusty.
I'm saying the handling is
Look at us go! Suck on this!
Kinda looks like the area we saw on that map.
Keep your heads on a swivel, crew!
3-point turn.
That takes care of that!
This must be how Lord Freezer felt when he was trying to learn how to do the Destructo Disc. Yes, I agree.
Faster, faster! All right, let's go!
Ah, found you, bitch head.
I'll chart a direct course.
What could that be?
Man, they really made Jay lose the damn time. That's stupid.
Well, that must be hard being a storyteller or writer for the WWE. It's kind of like they always get the heel. Anyway, maybe it's cool to be back.
Full speed ahead!
Winds, give me strength! Gotta fight!
Looking good! Looking good! I'll give you a hand!
Ready
Let's
and...
do this!
Ha! What a fine specimen!
Not bad at all!
Looks like something's there.
Let's see.
entered a current! Stay alert! Let's take a look.
Close shave there. The wind feels amazing. Smooth and steady sailing.
Just feel that wind!
There's something over there.
Now we on emergency. This is bullshit.
I spot something over there.
Which is fine, but damn, y'all. It's the summertime, too, so maybe my audience will get bigger. Everybody sleep. Motherfuckers still got jobs, though, too, so.
Full speed ahead!
I can see something out there.
Really, that's kind of fucked up, though.
Lovely!
Hey, ugh.
That just about does it.
Notebook entry complete. Let me know when you find something new. Time for a little break.
How many? Whatever.
Let's give it a go.
Switch out!
Switch!
Something you want to...
That don't do shit for me, Lewis.
Anything else you want to explain?
Switch!
Off we go!
Brother.
Let's get moving then.
There's never a gray area with humans. Amen.
Quick as a flash! What speed! Hey! What's that?
Let me have a look.
Full speed ahead! What speed?
Didn't expect to see this here.
Let's be off! Full speed ahead!
So there's more of
Might
you
be
here.
useful.
What's truly amazing is the mind. 50,000.
Winds, empower us! Whee! Faster, faster!
We're zooming along. Past here is the Marine Triangle. That crag seems to mark the boundary.
Oh, I've got an idea. Let's give it a name like they did with Dolphin Rock.
Another lame brain suggestion. But hey, don't let me stop you.
Reminds.
That's pretty crazy.
What should I put on the menu today?
That's thoroughly disappointing. Are you kidding me right now? Do you finally
Let's be off!
That's funny.
We're going at a real nice clip.
This will be good to have. Well now, this is a surprising find.
If you hurt someone, they will hurt you back. Joko was shot in the heart by that boy today, wasn't he? Friendship. I don't understand what that means. I admit that throughout my entire life, I've never felt this friendship towards another human being.
Hold on a second, y'all.
However, I've noticed that having too much power
reward for our good works, perhaps?
Whoa! That's a...
Oh, look, a seagull. That's a community post. Should I start watching One Piece?
Time to take it back!
Very well. Let us band together.
Thank you. Oh, wait. Thank you. Wait. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody said you already played Mr. Jesus, fam. It's not too late to get saved.
We're surrounded! Let's go! Now! We'll take the shot!
My compliments.
Fire the cannons! Got him! Leave us alone already! But you fancy this?
Reinforcements! Don't panic!
Time has come to light the way.
How do you like that, guys?
Not done yet! Now!
The glimmer glows. Right on the mic!
Finish the job.
Let's go! Too close for comfort!
No barrier in our way now. Let's head ashore! Here's where things really heat up!
It's okay. We've got this! Flames! Pierce through! Let's go! Let's go! Pierce through! Flames! Pierce through! Flames! Pierce through! Flames! Pierce through! Run away! Fly away! Fire! Furnace cinders! Furnace cinders! Fly away!
Switch out!
How's that?
Eat this!
Seems kinda tough.
Yeah.
Smacked it! Pierce through! Smacked it! Pierce through! Smack flames! Pierce through! Flames! Pierce through! make tracks! Furnace cinder! Furnace cinder! Furnace cinder! Furnace cinders! Fly away! Fire! Smacked it! In raw!
Something's there.
Furnace cinder! Furnace cinders! How's that? Fire! Furnace cinder! Fly away! Furnace cinder! Fly away! How's that? Let's make tracks! Furnace cinder! Furnace Furnace cinders! Furnace cinders! That's a win for us!
Aye. This ought to keep those Grieger in line a bit.
Yes! Aced it!
Look at us go! Close shave there.
Let's see. It was round, so let's go with Dumpling Rock.
It also had a small...
Looks like a merchant ship.
Let's see. Let's see. Whoopsie! We bumped into something.
Humans, eh? Here.
What's most important is the heart.
Here.
I'm sorry.
Do whatever you want with it. That all?
It's time for me.
Now then.
Must be my lucky day running into you.
Didn't expect to see this here.
Some of the participants who have withdrawn have done so out of fear. Perhaps that wasn't wise, given that they managed to leave this lives.
Never heard of a creature like that before. Better jot it down in my notebook.
I was trying not to change, y'all.
Let's get moving then.
Might be just time to beat this game, man. It's getting to a point where I'm like, alright. Everything getting on and drawn out now. But then again, too, it's kind of like I've never really been a. Oh hell! 1 second, got hit with copyright again. Content shorts. Just erase the damn song.
I hope the hull's okay.
For Jack. Back to go through. I don't know why that bothers me, but it does. Like, why? Is Jay not? No, whatever. Like I said, I'm not
I pray for a safe voyage.
But man, boy, if I was. I think we need to start doing more things like creating, whatever. They really made him.
Full speed ahead!
Speed it up!
They did Kofi like that.
Hang on to your hats!
Kofi would do, yeah. And in the way he lost to Brock Lesnar too is kind of like
Winds, give me strength! Kinda looks like the area we saw on that map. Now! That just about does it.
I'll chart a direct course.
Best viewers on Super, I don't care.
Just feel that wind!
Smooth and steady sailing.
Remember seeing this terrain on a map? Let's check it out!
There we go. I wonder if that was all the points. It got to be. like I'm not gonna hear about it. People tell me everything.
Brat to spy on us. And not only that, they want Yo back in the shaman fight now.
Alright, I think I did everything there is to do. I think. So that being said,
Aye aye, Captain!
Hang on to your hats! This is the eastern region of the Sycamore. Tricks. The location marked on Rolo's sea chart is nearby. The waves are growing tumultuous.
Steer with care, Adel. We don't want the ship keeling over. Out of sight. This should be just around where the sea chart was marked.
I don't believe we are in error. The entirety of this region is blanketed in a tremendous amount of mana. What could this mean? Dead ahead! The unconscious path where the rainbow meets the northern lights.
Hey! Look through the rainbow!
I wonder if the one deer I have on travel is just
There it is!
Almost makes the rainbow look like a gate.
What a breathtaking sight!
Adel! Set a course over yonder!
like I know when.
It's huge! Just a little further, and we'll pass right beneath it!
I always thought rainbows were supposed to disappear when you get near them.
Here's hoping this doesn't turn into another game of tag.
Fingers crossed!
If his rate of improvement is due to being Hal's other half, we really have something to worry about. There's no choice but to destroy him completely before his beautiful
Damn, that shit break.
voice changes into that of a man.
What the?
The storm subsided? Look, everyone! The island!
Huh. It actually stayed in place for once.
I've never seen birds like those in Obelia Gulf.
That species. From what I recall, their nesting grounds were swept clean away by the deluge.
Stay the course. We're going ashore on that island. Real picturesque, huh?
Well, Adel, this the island you were aiming for?
But how did you even know about this island anyway?
I mean, this is your first time being here, right?
Viewpoint Isle. This is quite a revelation.
So that's what was going on all those times you spaced out. And you say that old-timer told you to bring me here, aye?
Are you sure that's a good idea? I mean, you still have no clue who he actually is.
The more we hear about him, the less he sounds like just your average person.
I may be out of the loop here. But you trust the guy, right, Adel? All those mana tricks you picked up here helped me out too. In a second-hand sort of way. Plus, it's the only lead we've got. If you're willing to take a chance, then so am I.
Miss Kaja.
Well, if there's one thing I know about Adel, it's that he'd never turn his back on an uncanny island like this. So, might as well hit the ground running.
The rest of us will keep the ship on standby. That way we can flee at a moment's notice if anything goes wrong. Adel, I ask that you allow me to accompany you. My thanks. The two of you should make sure to prepare thoroughly, for caution's sake.
Are there enemies in store?
Whether they are friend or foe, I cannot say. Only that something of great portent awaits you.
Well, nobody else is on this island except that old-timer, according to Adel. There do seem to be some beasts roaming about, though, so we'll stay on our toes. This island sure is beautiful. Makes the little things seem like they don't even matter. Zone out, and you could end up forgetting what you're after. Let's hurry and meet that old-timer.
We can begin by locating the hot water shown in the reflecting pool.
Ooh, wait a minute.
there's something around here.
Wait! Mana of fire!
Found something!
Nice breeze!
You? Found something! Stronger the better!
It was actually kind of sad because I didn't wake up until woke up around midnight. And then
You? Let's turn back! You?
I am not about to let Marco die. I may not know what happened between those two.
In raw!
Nice work, Adel!
Let's make tracks!
You?
In raw!
I think there's something around here.
Mana!
Mana Sense might come in handy here.
Burn to ashes!
Found something!
This place is straight out of a dream. Doesn't look like anyone's home. Did he leave you a note?
Dear Adol, well done making it to this isle. The final key is your flesh and blood self. Take care not to leave anything behind. I shall await you in the rightful location.
The final key? And this rightful location bit's just as vague. Any idea what they might point to?
I think there's something around here. Fire!
Hopefully it's a sword. I pray it's a sword. It's not a sword, I'm gonna be upset. Let it be a sword, let it be a sword, let it be a sword. It's a sword! It's always like, Andrew, what the fuck is wrong with you? A lot.
A sword? Looks pretty dated, but formidable all the same.
Adol, I suspect it will prove
Oh!
Let it be a sword, let it be a sword, let it be a sword, let it be a sword. Let it be a sword, let it be a sword, let it be a sword. I don't know what's wrong with me, I know I be antagonizing like a motherfucker sometimes. A mystic sword. Oh, it even changes. That is so lame.
Monosense might come in handy here.
Let's turn back!
What was that? The sword from the chest? But why would it...
Eyes up!
Slash.
It would appear plain that the sword is reacting to that pillar of light. Just what is that area, Adol?
Well, it's bidding us to head up there no matter what. We might as well take up the end.
Let it be a sword, let it be a sword, let it be a sword. You're so damn annoying.
Lana!
Switch out!
Switch! Ray!
been thinking this since we arrived. But damn, that thing is so huge it's ridiculous.
We'll need to find a way to climb it. Let's proceed with caution.
I bet we can catch something here. Didn't expect this here. Monosense might come in handy here. Found something! Let's make tracks! Fly away! Furnace cinder! Furnace cinder! Let's make tracks!
Oh, those are the guinea pigs already said.
So fast!
Oh shit, that's so famous for that.
Monosense might come in handy here. Didn't expect this here.
That's new. Nuts. Which way do I go? I go this way.
How's that? How's that? How's that? Let's go! Fire!
3%?
Fly away! Let's make tracks! Can you keep up? Fly away! Something's there. Can you keep up? Fly away! Not done yet! Get ready! Fly away! Looks valuable. tracks! Here goes! Here goes!
That's actually kind of smart. So.
A chest! Can't wait to see what's inside! Nice breeze! Stronger the better! Here goes!
We could see the entire island at a glance from up here. So you went on a secret adventure all over this place, huh? Sneaky, sneaky.
Caught the wind! Caught the wind!
There it is!
Oh well.
This pillar... It seems to be controlling the vast measures of mana that permeate this isle.
What for, though?
To open the entrance, presumably. As well as to ensure that whatever occurs within will exert no influence on the world without.
Entrance? Where? All I'm seeing is a dead end.
Yes.
Yeesh. What do you think the...
If I... What? I see.
You said there's a something...
Not at all.
You know what?
Looks valuable! A rare find! Caught the wind! Nice breeze! So fast!
y'all saw me stream God of War, y'all know I ain't got no sense of direction. Piss break. Yeah, my legs.
No matter what, today's rivals are nothing more than a phone.
That boy didn't know me. He said, that boy didn't know me.
It's the second round of the first tournament. First matchup, Team The Red versus Team Yellow. Finally, we've all been waiting for it. The second round of the tournament is here. Who within our competitors will manage to get the glory of victory?
Gondor, Team Miola. I can tell they're strong just from looking at them. But I feel no fear. Because my focus stays fixed on what lies ahead of me. Joko, Horo, I'll start us off. I'll leave the others to you two.
All right, you got it.
We're strong. This match, I'll give it my all no matter what it costs me.
Ready? Fight!
We will win! Team Miola, they're Kami class spirit holders. First things first, I'll put that strength to the test! That blow sword barrage!
My incredible number of flames! A direct blow to the Mioho! Could it be that the match has come to an end already?
Impossible. That felt strangely empty. What's going on? How were they able to dodge my sword barrage? How about this? I'll slice them to pieces with whooshing head off!
Found something! In raw!
So these are the Forbidden Lands. It's like a whole other dimension.
An island tucked away in the corner of Bifrost.
Let's catch our breath. No chance! Can you keep raw? Fly away! Can you keep raw? Let's go! Fire in the hole! Take this! Get ready! In raw!
These enemies are like no beast or creature I've ever seen before. They remind me of the Valhalla dwellers spoken of in legends.
Take this! Let's go! Get ready! Watch this! I think there's something around here. Found something! This one's strong. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Get ready! Take this! something's there. How's that? A treasure chest! Looks valuable. And raw! You slice and dice! Let's make tracks! How's that? Monosense might come in handy here. Here goes! How's that? Can you keep up? Fire! Eat this cracker! How's that? Incinerate! Have you? Monosense might come in handy here. Found something! Let's make tracks! Monosense might come in handy here. Stronger the better. I did it! And raw! And raw! Make tracks! Let's make tracks! How's that? Cracker! didn't expect this here. Not gonna make it in time. Unless... a rare find! Let's make tracks! And raw! And raw! Alley-oop! And raw! Let's make tracks! Mana! Incinerate! Can you keep up? How's that? Mana sense might come in handy here. Too easy! It's cracker! Run away! You? Found something! Looks valuable! Make tracks! Should be a good spot to rest. Break! You! In raw! Mana! Strong!
You? Are those ships over there?
Mana!
And those designs.
They're of Norman make, aren't they?
Make tracks! Mana! Found something!
Something's off. Might want to mana sense around.
find a way to do my
Monosense might come in handy here. Didn't expect this here! And raw! Mana! A chest! Can't wait to see what's inside! A rare find! There's something around here. There's so many! Fly away! Take this! How's that? Let's make tracks! A rare find!
Looks like that cannon still works. You know what that means.
A rare find! Let's make tracks! Didn't expect this here! What's this? Mana! Let's make tracks! Let's make tracks! Alley-oop! Let's make tracks!
We can keep going now!
Most impressive, you two.
Make tracks! Alley-oop! 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 How's that? How's that? How's that? How's that? Incendiary fire! How's that? Fly away! Let's go!
That's my go-to.
Mana sense might come in handy here. Found something! Stronger the better! Eat this cracker! Let's make tracks! Mana! In raw! Looks valuable.
One second, yo. Be right back.
I'll be right back.
Switch out!
Switch! You? Switch! Here goes! You? Here goes! make tracks! Let's make tracks! Mana!
Something's off. Might want to mana sense around. Oh! Found something! Yeah! Yeah! Eat this! Frost Silver!
Switch! You?
Switch out!
Switch! Here goes!
Switch!
Switch! I'm back, Karja! Mana! Let's catch our breath. You? back together! Let's make tracks!
Aurora. Not sure why. Seeing it gives me this lonely sense of longing.
Perhaps this is how the lost Northern homeland once looked. No doubt you feel just the same.
Damn it.
Make tracks! Take this! A rare find! Let's go!
Pathetic!
Cracker! Incinerate! How's that? How's that? I think there's something around here. Found something! Can you keep Rob right away? How's that? It's Cracker! Fire! Fire the entire way! How's that? Fire! How's that? How's that? How's that go? It's Cracker! Fire! Not done yet! Incinerate! Incinerate! Burn away! Fire! It's Cracker! Done yet! How's that? Burn away! It's Cracker! Fire! Incinerate! Done yet! How's that? Make tracks!
Can't beat me!
Fire! Not done yet! It's Cracker! Fire! Burn away! I did it! stronger the better. There, all good to go. How's that? What's this? Here goes! Something's wrong. Fire in the hole! Get ready! Fly away! Caught the wind! Get ready! Let's make trouble!
Pretty sure something's around here.
Monosense might come in handy here. Didn't expect this here!
Samurai Jack reference.
better.
I'm really gonna be some kinds of like, oh my god.
Check out that door. This is the end. No matter what lies beyond, you've got nothing to fear. Let's go, Adol.
You? Okay, let's go!
Guess I can't make it.
Let's make tracks! How's that? How's that?
said, shut your disgusting mouth. I'm neutral. Damn. Hurt my feelings with that.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
ready.
go.
This has got to be the final. I think. I don't know. We definitely.
You?
Ah, you've arrived at last. This place is vaguely reminiscent of my homeland. Winters longer than I could hope to fathom. Summers that pass in the wink of an eye. The fleeting skies of the latter were much the same as the one we see above us. Quick on the uptake as ever.
This the old timer, Adel?
As I thought, it truly is you. Rolo, my dear husband.
Huh?
So I've been conspiring with the enemy.
Leela, how long has it been? You've suffered in countless ways on my account. And to top it off, I've grown gray and decrepit with age. I was convinced I lacked the dignity to so much as look you in the eye.
Don't be ridiculous. All this time, I assumed you were no longer of this world.
Rolo? The Rolo? We're talking about someone who lived over a century ago. Just how old are you now?
Over 140 or so, in fact. Though I've long ceased keeping count. It was my unfinished business that stopped me from shuffling off this mortal coil.
Unfinished business? Actually, that reminds me. Why did you disappear after the Grieger laid waste to your country?
The Grieger? Ah, yes. You speak of the malevolent beings born of the Sea King's throne.
Pardon? Where did you get that idea?
So, you never noticed either, Leela. From here, one can witness the state of the world for what it is. The true nature of the Sea King's throne is that of the latent power within the unconscious minds of man. In particular, humanity's innate ability to forge the world around them. Take a moment to contemplate. The world, as humans know it, exists by way of human thoughts and emotions. Therefore, it is the perceptions of the people in any given time and place that compose the world. Should the world ever change, it is because the hearts and minds of man have changed.
I guess that makes some amount of sense.
But then what need was there to prepare a physical throne?
That is where my understanding ends. Perhaps the gods thought to provide man a means by which to realize his own gifts. The throne that crumbled to dust, I'd wager, was nothing more than a simple armchair.
A mere chair? If that is indeed the case, why do you say it was the throne that brought forth the Grieger?
Those who reside in the lands of Obelia Gulf are pervaded by a deep-seated conception that by no means can they effect change, or that by no means do they wish to. It is those human sentiments that comprise the deathless Grieger in their purest form.
The Grieger are caused by man?
And those feelings of being unable to change things, or having no desire to, that's what keeps him from dying?
Yes, this was as present in the nation I founded as it is in the present age. In times of peace, man wishes for his tranquil days to last in perpetuity. Conversely, in times of strife, he elects to avert his eyes and weather the storm. Although he possesses the power to forge the world, he corners himself into stagnation. Such individuals are the ones who unconsciously give rise to the Grieger.
Does that go for the trident too?
Yes, they are fundamentally the same, albeit somewhat different in origin. From the very beginning, my mother had been incapable of bearing a child. Having married into the house of the Jarl, however, failure to provide an heir would not be brooked. In her desperation, my mother called upon Loto in prayer, and at last I was conceived.
Wait, Loto?
Yes. Even amongst the Pantheon, he is considered a maverick.
I was always taught never to pray to Loto.
That is because Loto is a god who engenders chaos. Some rumors even hold that it was he who drove the Normans out of their homeland.
What?
That said, there are times chaos can bring about weal just as much as it does woe. Thus do people continue to implore his aid, as had been done in eras past. It is for this reason that he is disparaged by other gods as a divine evil.
Quite so. In response to my mother's pleas, Loto implanted 3 malices into her womb. Such is the story of how I was born.
That's just...
Upon first learning of this, I resented my mother. But in retrospect, I am grateful. After all, she had been willing to go to such lengths to wish for my birth. And then, we have Leela, who awakened my inner self slumbering within the depths of my subconscious.
Rollo.
It must be acknowledged, however, that this very act is what brought about the great calamity in all of its tragedy. I am of a mind to put an end to these malices with which I am one. And quashing malice born of humanity necessitates humans of equal strength.
You wouldn't! You mustn't!
Trident, return to me! I stand before you as your true liege and master!
Stop this!
Nearly lost myself there.
Rollo?
Those devils could not be vanquished at the time of the Great Calamity. I had my reasons, you see, for whiling my days away in Beevrost, the collective unconscious of humankind. My aim was to devitalize the Malices bit by bit, and at the same time...
I'm getting a vision in my head.
Those who not only confront the malice born of their unconscious, but prevail against it. It is with their futures that I cast my lot.
Did Gren just...
Conquering malice requires the strength of will and mind to envision what you aspire to, and be certain you will realize it. The key lies not in cold calculations, but rather the courage to believe in oneself, even in the absence of rational grounds. Adol, that blade you have come to acquire, the Haim's Kringla. It embodies the very courage you and your companions have gained over the course of your journey. Adol, Karja, now is the time for you to strike me down! It is. All was in service of this moment.
You're on. But on one condition.
What might that be?
Leela, you play for his side.
What?
There, Gramps. This round, you and Leela get to fight as a team.
Adol. Karja.
Hell's bells! Ha! I couldn't ask for anything better! Lucky for me, the ones who made it to this isle were two stout young souls like yourselves. Leela!
Yes.
So that's your true form. A mermaid.
Adol. Karja. Thank you both.
Got a second on both of them?
We're really in for it now, huh? You won't go holding that against me, right?
Not a bit.
Here it is. The point our journey's been leading up to. This is one fight we can't afford to lose. Let's go, Shield brother!
Conquer the malice of this world!
Fly away!
Uplifted after centuries, you're standing shoulder to shoulder like this. Sorry for what happened all that time ago.
We needn't give it a second thought. Adol. Karja. The two of us will come at you with every fiber of our beings.
It'll make you all the more worth it! Right, Adol? Time to end this!
regain control of myself. As to you, that alone, however, will not be enough to stop Rolo of the Bloody Sea. As expected, our only resort is for these two to prevail.
So we've got even more left to give. And by us. Here it is till the end! Fire and ice!
This is...
incredible. Very amusing, Adol, Karja. To think that a lifetime spent tossed about by the whims of fate could end with an encounter against ones of your caliber. Harbi. No, I'd go so far as to say Loto be praised. Now where were we? Let us make this a clash for the ages, my young, hopeful brethren!
This is tasty!
It's time to end this! The power of Mana is through! It's time to end this!
It'll take more than that to obliterate the mammoth!
It's time to end this!
done it. At last.
So the guy guiding me the whole time was the final boss. Crazy. Let me take a look at something real quick, because I kind of want to see which other game.
Is it over?
No, I'm going to move back over to the PS5. Fuck it. But I am going to find a game to
Karja.
stream for the
Anna.
Switch before I move over to Dragon Quest, because I know Dragon
Thank
Quest
you.
will take me the absolute longest, and I am not trying to.
Mom? Elena.
Without even being sent here. That must mean that he carries a terrible darkness in his heart. But this isn't a situation that I can help him with. He's got to figure this one out on his own.
You're the only Chooni who's still standing, huh?
Hold on! Please don't kill me! I'm begging you! I've got a family waiting for me back home!
Yeah, hey, don't worry.
Just pulling your leg. You'd be a fool to think I was telling the truth!
Oh, okay. I'm glad to hear that then. I don't have to feel bad about beating you.
This guy, his spirit won't break. I surrender!
Sounds like you're for real this time. Okay then, we can keep up the training. Hey, could you show me where I can find someone stronger to fight?
What? You still want to fight?
This place is inside of the Great Spirit, right? If that's the case, then I have nothing to be afraid of.
Oh, it's no wonder that you're so strong.
I'm not really that strong. If you believe deep down that something's impossible, you've already lost. But I know, there's one guy who I can't afford to lose to. And if he came to hell and trained like crazy, then this is an opportunity I've got to take. Help me.
Coming right up.
What's with you? Is that really all you've got? Anna.
I told you that you had better. Stay on your toes.
That's odd, isn't it? Your attacks don't have the same edge as usual. What's stranger than that is the fact that your mind alone is the only one I can't seem to read.
Let go of me.
I don't think so. You're going to answer this for me. Tell me, what makes you tick? For example, what are you thinking about right now? What made you decide to stay back all alone and let the others escape? Was it so they could deliver the corpses to Dr. Faust and revive the 5 warriors? Are you just trying to buy time for that? Or was there another reason that you wanted to be alone with me? Just the 2 of us. Like maybe you want to use your real power that you've been hiding from everyone else.
Yeah, maybe. Please, Tamao. Get Yo here quick. If you don't, I'll...
Curse reversal!
Knock it off, you, and calm yourself! You worthless piece of garbage! How could you kill
Could it be that her resolve materialized into those shackles through...
Her own doing, yes. By way of the world-forging gift all humans innately possess. There is yet more to her strength of will and mind. In weaving a bond between Karja and Adol, it served as a major guiding force toward this outcome.
It just goes to show. Our journey found support in all shapes and sizes.
Adol! Your sword!
That sword was also your latent power. A manifestation of the potential residing in each of you. With its purpose now fulfilled, it has returned to its proper place. For so long, I have bided my time for those who could lay me low. Humans are weak, but it is for this reason that they are yet capable of much and more. Where once I regarded this quality with contempt, in the end, I do so in admiration.
Gramps.
Well, Adol, what say we conclude by revealing the answer? The contents of that emptied chest were my greatest treasure. I trust that you recall my saying this as well as the riddle I posed. That sword you were wielding, the Heimskringla, embodied your respective potentials. My greatest treasure is none other than you. You are the promise this world holds.
Rolo.
Oh. It would appear that they've finally come to whisk this old man away. The time we spent on this isle together, Adol, was nothing short of irreplaceable. And Kaja, I've caused you such hardship.
Gramps.
Be reasonable now. I'm already 100 and... What was it again?
143 years old, my love.
Ah, yes, how could I forget? Fret not, even should we part, our bonds endure.
Are you all right?
Thank you, Leela, for letting me make the best of my life. At last, I will see for myself what wonders await in Valhalla. Adol, Kaja, remember these words well. Humans can forge the world. Of this much, I am certain.
Rolo? My dearest.
We'll take all of them down right here and now.
Stop, Ren. These women are going to fight to the death. If you fight them, there's no going back, and someone's going to end up sorry. There's no need to get involved in that kind of fight.
I'll let you off the hook out of respect for my sister. Now scram, Team Flower.
And why should we listen to you? We're good, man.
Because after I beat this one, as far as a new game goes,
If you please.
Dragon Quest. But with Dragon Quest, let me see how I feel. I'm gonna browse through my game. I want to see if I can do the Sky real quick. Because if not, I'll just start Dragon Quest.
great King Rollo, founder of Norgard. Go with the love and grace of the gods.
The gods, huh? Makes you wonder how Rollo felt about being at their mercy.
Not too thrilled if I had to guess. But from what I gather, the man lived a life worth commemorating. Valkyria, guide his majesty to Walhalla, to Har's hallowed halls.
Aye. He carried the weight of the world on his shoulders. An incredible old-timer through and through.
Adol, Karja, no turn of phrase could ever express the depth of my gratitude. But even still, I thank you deeply. The memory of his parting smile is one I will forever hold. That we could arrive at this closure is more than I dared hope.
Wasn't nearly enough to pay back what he's done for us, if you ask me. But on a lighter note, what's next for you, Leela?
That is yet to be decided. My simple wish is to continue keeping vigil over these lands he sought to preserve. The only question is what form that endeavor should take. Incidentally, Adol, you'll be departing soon after this, yes? Are you alright with that, Karja?
I'll admit, I considered trying to hold him up at first. But the thing is, it takes awareness to grow as a person. And you can't be aware of much unless you take the steps to learn more. Now I know that adventures are something Adol just can't go without. So I don't think tying him down will do him any favors. Not being joined at the wrist anymore will take some adjusting to. But I think this is what my mom was getting at when she let us out of her cuffs.
By that token, one could see this as your liberation as well. Now is your chance to take life by the reins, as Elena might say.
Yeah, that's why I'm working out some plans of my own.
I see. More farewells are coming down the line, then.
Aye, but let's not start a pity party about it. Well, Adol, you're headed to Karnak first, right? Let me give you a ride. I've got some business there myself.
Now go on and go. Hurry and find Lyserg.
Go ahead and try. Use these two to create your new Oversoul now.
I see now. So this is what you were talking about when you asked us to help with cleanup.
Outsiders
For all of Gren and the townsfolk's efforts, they've still got a ways to go on rebuilding. Yeah, this is nothing compared to what they've already accomplished. It shouldn't be long before the passenger liner makes port. Best you join up with Dogi and Dr. Flare and shove off. That's so. Well, how's this then? Ditch the liner, and I'll take you as close to your destination as I can on the Sandras. That way, you won't have to keep to any schedules. Look, I'm the one offering, so don't think twice about it. Now get a move on, will ya? I'll be right here waiting.
Take me a while to beat as well.
I'm getting a little hungry.
That's that then. The torch is yours from here on out.
Sure thing. Consider it a promise.
You finish up already?
Hard to believe this could be our last trip on the Sandras, huh?
She's been with us through thick and thin. Rather a shame we have to part ways.
You said it. Having her see us off like this doesn't make it any easier either.
Well, no time like the present. Let's hoist the sails and put to sea.
Fare thee well, Karnak.
I'd very much like to return in the future, after they've fully rebuilt.
Hey, Adol. About where I'm dropping you off. Kaznan's inland from the Salsetan coast, so there's no harbor in the area. That means we'll have to shoot for the passenger liner's port of call.
Ahoy!
What's that? Those guys. Seems like every one of them's managed to find a new life goal to work toward. Not as amazing as a certain someone. I'm like them, you know? That talk with my mom back on the Ark gave me a goal of my own. To scour the seas for a place where we Normans can build a new home. To take my turn carrying on the dream she and so many others stood for. That's nobody's choice but mine, of course. Sure, it'll mean rough waters ahead of me. But seeing Rolo, the life that old-timer led, it spurred me on. Thanks. Adol? Decades from now, when I'm an old woman and you're an old man, no matter how much time goes by, we'll still be Shield brother and Shield sister.
Ooh,
if you're in a fix, I'll rush to the rescue sure as the sun. So, whenever it comes to mind, even if it's only once in a while, come pay me a visit, okay?
With this oversoul, I can hold the Great Spirit in the palm of my hand.
No,
Alrighty then. The end. Alright, so I don't know how I feel about this game. I'm kind of on the fence about it. It's not that I didn't enjoy it, but at the same time, it's, I don't know. I didn't well, I can't complain because content is content. So it took me about 40 hours to beat this game. And I don't know, the fact you could only go back and forth between two characters is, then again too, I grew up playing turn-based RPGs, so but yeah, I'm gonna make a decision if I want to do a speed run on a game I've already beaten. But at the same time, and the only reason I'm trying to do these speed runs on certain games is because what was it? Once I beat Dragon Quest, I'm gonna get the Switch too, so it's kind of like anyway. Thank y'all for joining me on this stream. Let me see if I could. Let's see if there's more to elaborate on this game. I don't.
Yo and Hao actually went out to grab coffee together. Huh?
I fucks with it.
I want to get something sweet. All right.
Finn.
You'll have a cappuccino.
I wonder if there's a new game plus I can do.
What is this?
Save completion. Guess so.
Underdeveloped taste buds are starting to listen to the child.
So I'm wondering.
What did you think I meant? Take a chill pill. There's no way Hal's gonna lay a finger on you.
That's actually
Probably would have ended up haunting the place if I didn't do something. Whatever. I still don't understand why you didn't just beat the
So you can do new game plus on this. The way this game was set, I wouldn't want to. Well, let's see what further there is to elaborate on. I can at least give y'all 4 hours. That's stupid.
That's not the
So, okay, you can...
Our first real conversation. We haven't been given many opportunities to chat like this. I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time.
What the fuck is that even?
Brother, after all. Aren't you afraid of me? You don't have to play these games. I know that you can read my mind. And I know that you're not gonna kill me right now.
So I wonder what comes with New Game Plus though too. Does it just makes it a harder difficulty? Which I'm pretty sure it does. That's actually pretty cool. I just want to see where it, yeah. So you already Oh wow, so you can that's actually pretty fucked up. Alright, cool. Anyway, let me see something, yo. I got so I could.
Thanks, yo. I
ain't playing that dumb shit again.
I think I'll take a nice hot bath.
See what games I got that I could.
Hasn't changed much, has it?
I ain't trying to.
I can tell that he sensed my presence, but I suppose it's to be expected.
He can read my mind, so of course he's.
All right. Anyway, thank y'all for joining me on the stream. I'll see what game I want to play before I go to Dragon Quest. I might just start Dragon Quest. Give me a minute. I'll be back, y'all.